Fucked up the count, had to do it again. I feel myself getting close to the M. About the 3 letters and all of M's. I'm getting big, need to go to the gym. Keep taking these risks, going out on the limb. Yeah. Private location, just me in the pound. Won't get my location, but no, I ain't high. He say he my twin, but the nigga ain't right. All I needed my brother, my stick, and me riding. Came from that mother, shine bright like a diamond. Tell about the taste.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
And you already know, man, we got a special guest checking in. You coming from the south side of ATL, right?
Whoa, for sure. You know, I come from the south side, Clayco, Old Nat, Point South Parkway, you know, everywhere down there. I done been all through the south side.
Facts, man. Wolfpack Blue.
Telling you.
Appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Give me some love. Boom.
Real.
You dig?
Whoa.
But, you know, I know you got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? You're more than just an artist. Tell us, break it down. Who is Wolfpack Blue?
Oh, for sure. Wolfpack Blue, for sure. Artist first, man first. You know what I'm saying? Content creator, management. You know what I'm saying? I do all of that. I make sure I got other artists. You know, unfortunately, they couldn't be here with me today, but I got Having For Real a lot right now. That's a good artist. I got Tampa B, and I got my label mate, you know what I'm saying, I started the label with, CEO Reek. So we By Any Means Entertainment. That's the label down on the south side, and, you know, I'm the #1 artist for sure. I just put my money behind me, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Behind me.
That's what you got to do, man. A lot of artists don't understand that, and we'll talk about it for a minute. You know, this is an expensive business.
For sure.
It's an expensive business. It takes a lot of money. We got to invest in ourselves. You know, no matter what it is that you're doing, whether you're an artist or content creator or whatever, you got to invest money into your business. How long have you been doing music?
Oh, boy, I've been doing music for like 3 to 4 years. I've been doing music about 3 to 4 years. You're right, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars going to it. I don't know what they told me a lot. They were like, yeah, you just work hard, stay in the studio, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody go to, man, you got to pay to get out here.
Yeah.
Before live, but you got to pay. You got to think about it. Promotion. You got to pay. I'm just get straight to the meat. But you got to get promotion. You know what I'm saying? Marketing.
Yes.
But it ain't enough to just go to the studio, record your song, and send it to all your homeboys. Nah, that ain't how it's going, man. You got to get that music out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get into a new bubble. You know what I'm saying? Get your music to folk who don't know you.
Right.
That's the hardest part about it.
Absolutely. You know, and that's the thing, you know, like you could create a great record, create a great album, but if you don't put that marketing and promo behind it, it don't matter because now the world's not going to hear it.
Man, it's thousands of great artists. It's plenty of Lil Waynes out there.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Lil Durks out there.
Facts.
In Chicago. It's plenty. This Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Plenty.
Superstars every day.
We are superstars. We are famous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it's whoever pushing that music, getting it out first. That's why you may hear some records that you be like, oh, man, how this record make it? Or what is this? Like, and they pushed it out there. They got it, you know what I'm saying, in front of people.
Absolutely. I think as an independent artist or if you have a independent label situation, no matter what it is, you have to become a content creator as well.
Most definitely.
We are in an era where people want to see what you got going on because of social media. Like they want to know. So you have to, you know, you and I just discussed this right before we went live that we have to constantly be putting content out there because people want to know what you got going on.
Man, and people really want to, I feel like people really want to like you. They want to know the real
right. You. Absolutely. And that's why doing things like this, what you and I are doing, are so important because it allows people to get to know you because truth be told, with social media, we only allow people to see what we want them to see. Right. We don't put all of our whole life out there. Most of the time, we only posting the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it G. We all do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sitting down and getting intimate about your life with stuff like this, I think is important too, because your fans want to know. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna just dive on in. So there's, you know, so many things that you could do. You know, as a JIT, did music, was that on your radar or did you want to do something else when you was young?
Man, I ain't really know what I wanted to do when I was young. I ain't gonna count. I was playing ball, and I was just, when I wasn't playing ball, I was really just running the streets for real, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got involved with some folks I probably shouldn't get involved with. Mama and daddy wouldn't want me hanging with them. And, but through that, I met people. I started meeting people in the industry. I started meeting my brother, you know what I'm saying, CEO Reek. CEO Reek, you're going to hear me say that name a couple times. Y'all remember that name, man. That's gonna be a name that go down in history. CEO Reek, though, that's who really got me involved in the game, and that's who really brought me around music. We was in the garage recording, you know, him and just some other folk, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the Wolfpack, you know what I'm saying, when it was a little, you know what I'm saying, bigger. And shoot, at that time, I was just mostly just hanging around, you know, just a body. And so he, you know, one day I got on the mic and he was like, you know, it don't sound good, but we're going to work on it.
Hey, it's like anything else. You got to practice at it to get better.
Yeah, he was like, man, as long as you paying for some studio time, and you buying your beats, and then, shoot, I just, you know, when I find something and I want to get better at it, I study it, you know what I'm saying? I make a strategy for it, and I latch on to it. And so I just kept working, getting in the writing. Man, y'all folk ain't stop playing, man. Y'all need to write.
Nah, for real. Absolutely. I think that, you know, I don't obviously create music, but I think if I did, I would definitely be more of a writer because I want to really think about what I'm putting into my music. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you can't get in the studio and freestyle and punch in. Like, some songs may come out okay like that, but I think you really want to really pour yourself into your music.
For sure. And I think folk got something about writing. I think folk, when they think about writing music, they thinking, oh, I got to get in here in the studio and pen and pad. And, man, I get in there on my phone, man, and I listen to the beat, and I type, what? I'm going to help y'all, folk. Man, I type my first 4 bars, first 6 bars. Then I freestyle that.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Then you punch it in. But you know what I'm saying? Come in with a bang. Come in, putting some thought into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make something better. Then your second verse, you can play with it. That's how you get your flow to switch up.
Bro, listen, let's talk about that real quick because I'm a big advocate of that. I think that every 4 bars or so, you need to be switching your flow up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you sound the same all the way through the song, it just kind of becomes redundant. It's like, but when you switching them flows up and you harmonize a little bit here and get a little bit melodic here and you speed it up here and slow it down here, that's what makes a great record.
For sure. And it's crazy because, like I said, I'm a student of the game. Like, anything, I taught myself how to play ball, football, all that. And just like with music, it's called the 4-bar theory. I really went on the internet and read this stuff.
Yes.
And that's why folk be like, oh, yeah, bro, you know, you need to switch it up right here. Man, every 4 bars.
Every 4 bars.
That's most definitely correct. Yeah. True,
absolutely. I be studying this because it's like if I'm gonna have these deep conversations, I want to understand the music as well. I don't create it, but I want to be able to understand it. It's no different than a coach. He don't play the game, but he understands it, so he's able to coach people how to properly get out there and throw the ball and kick the ball and run the ball, etc. You know, and that's kind of the role I want to play. Like, I'm not the player. I want to be the coach. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the game, coach.
Tell you, Coach Mystic, man. Y'all focus our son, the other man, Coach Mystic, man.
Hey, I need to get a jersey with that on there.
Coach Mystic, put me in the game. What I said, but when to get in the game, better put you in it.
For real, big facts. So, you know, coming up in Atlanta, you know, first and foremost, I just got to pay homage to the city. I've been coming to Atlanta since the 90s. I'm an OG, you guys. I was coming out here in the 90s for Freaknik.
Oh, no.
I got to experience the real Freaknik. I was a teenager. I was young, but, man, it was...
You was ready?
Man, let me tell you something. Was I? But... what was so dope about it, and I love talking about this because I got to experience Atlanta, and I love Atlanta now, don't get it twisted, but I got to experience Atlanta during a time where there was no craziness. Like, people were just in the streets, turning up, having a good time, and over like a 2-3 day period, not once did I see anybody pulling guns out or nobody fighting. There was none of that going on. Like, literally just turn up, have a good time, you know, partying, having fun, and I'm just like... I feel so grateful that I got to experience that. But with that being said, back then in the 90s, I was like, man, I'm gonna live there one day. Like, I fell in love with the culture. I fell in love with the city, and I moved here back in 2013, and man, it's been a blessing. So with that being said, having grown up in the Atlanta area, did that at all? I know you said you had people around you doing music, but being in Atlanta, did that influence you?
Most definitely. Man, we got the greatest artists here. You know what I'm saying? We got You know what I'm saying? Outkast.
Yes.
Shout out Stank on your studio.
Facts. The whole
You know what I'm
Dungeon
saying?
family.
The whole Future.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
One of the
Free Slime.
originators of the Dungeon family.
Yeah. And
Organized Noise.
Dang. And that's where we be doing a lot of recording at. 'Cause me and my boy Reed, we locked in with Stank on it. I was just chopping it up with DJ Win and his artists about that. Like, yeah, we be at Stank on it on Music Mondays.
Yeah,
man.
Coalition DJs, yeah.
Coalition DJ, man. Ain't nothing gonna move out them boys.
Absolutely.
I know
Listen,
what's going on.
absolutely. Like,
you.
they got that situation on lock.
Nah, for real.
Most definitely. And like you said, there's been so many greats. And when I moved here, that was one of my goals, was to connect with some of the people that I had admired. So one of my very first interviews that I did when I moved here was with Rico Wade, which is the founder of the Dungeon family. And it was so legendary to be sitting with him and just having this conversation with him, because I was like, I'm not from the city. I've studied it, but I want to know more from the people who are from here. Who else out here, you know, would you say has maybe inspired you? Let's pay homage real quick.
Oh, yeah, man. I got a good little list, man. Y'all folk, my list not going to be basic. All right. Bloody J. Free Bloody J, man.
Right. Go Bloody. Go Bloody. That's my dog.
Free him, man. For sure, Thug.
Yes.
Free Slime.
Yeah.
Lucci. For sure, free him.
Free my dog, Lucci. Free 650.
Man, free all them guys.
Yeah,
man.
free the guys.
And, you know, stop the violence.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
period.
I'm not going to say that without saying let's stop the
Nah,
violence.
absolutely, because it's got to come with the stipulation. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Let's stop the violence, because, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to On Trouble, man.
Yes.
Like, R.I.P. everybody. Walker Flock, Southside in the building, man. You know I got to throw my
Nah,
Southside
for
in there.
real.
The Reds, the Shine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out them. You know what I'm saying? It's so many. You know what I'm saying? Savage. Shout out Savage. Shout out boys. Shout out my boy MK going up. Shout out Pat-Man Vic on the north side. I know some north side baby
Hey,
too. Yeah, I
no
know
side.
Yeah, I know some north side baby. So, you know, I might slide on them. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody up, man.
Nah, and
Slide on.
I think that's love. You know, as an artist, it's okay to show love to other artists. A lot of them don't do it because they don't want to see someone elevate before them, so they hold that back. But shoot, like, there's enough room out here for all of us to win and all of us to eat and all of us to get to the money. You know, who or what's keeping you pushing? Because we just came out of a crazy time called a pandemic.
Yeah,
COVID hit. We never seen that coming, nor have we ever experienced something like that in our lifetime, where they literally just shut everything down. How did you continue to push through that? What was keeping you motivated?
Man, the pandemic, man.
The pandemic.
Yeah, we called it the pandemic.
Nah, for real.
It was a lot of, you know, a lot of good came with the bad. You know what I'm saying? So that most definitely was it. My family, and just understanding that folks still in the house listening to music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Music was keeping a lot of these folk going. A lot of folk, mental health wasn't built for no quarantine.
Absolutely
like
right. You're right.
and I'm a big advocate, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot of problems with mental health with my family.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a vet. He
Yeah.
struggled with mental health. and
Yeah,
unfortunately,
absolutely.
he succumbed to it. And that was when I was a little younger. So I'm always talking about mental health, especially on my podcast and my vlog. I do vlogs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm always going on mental health. And that's what I was doing. I was just in the house running it up, in the spot, running it up. And I'm in front of the camera just, you know, talking. It's so much to go. In the world, I feel like the streets never stop.
That's right.
The world stopped, but the streets never stopped.
That's right.
You know, people are still having to get money. People still having to eat. I don't care nothing about no quarantine, but if they let me outside, I'm going to get it.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real. And, you know, one thing that, you know, I've never knocked nobody's hustles, because one thing that I understand, because I was a single mom. I have a son who's 28 years old, and he's a black man. He's biracial. In society's eyes, he's a black man, right? So I raised him from a boy to a man, and I understand times get tough. So sometimes these boys have to be the man of the house, right? So if you're 12, 13 years old and mom is struggling, you can't go get a job. So what do? You turn to the streets. That becomes your other family. That's where the money starts coming in. And I don't knock that hustle whatsoever. What I don't like is, like we talked about, the violence. That's got to come to a halt, because there's too many people, you know, losing their life where they shouldn't be. But get to the money though. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the money.
Paper, man. Get you some paper, man. God, don't do nothing. Do that.
Facts. So what is the most, we're going to talk about your podcast in a second too. I want people to know all about that. But what's the most recent record? I know you mentioned it earlier. Anybody that may have tapped in a little late, what's the most recent record that you put out for the people?
Oh, Triple M, man. Triple M tape out now. I got the Triple M tape out now. My hardest record on there. I feel like that's Destiny. You know what I'm saying? I got Attention on there. And then I got High Speed on there, man. Them my hardest records out right now. I just shot the Pac-Man video.
So
go check that out, man. I got a lot of music out right now. I just been focusing on dropping music, man. I'm trying to pollute these folks.
I know that's right. That's what you got. I like that term. We trying to pollute them. Fact. I'm gonna use that one.
Trying to pollute these folks.
That's a good one. Fact. So, how long was that album in the works?
Oh man, I was working on Triple M because I was struggling with you know, a lot of my group members. You know what I'm saying, my Wolfpack members and some of my label members. We had, you know, some disagreements, and we went our separate ways.
Yeah, it happens. It's business.
Right, and thank God that, you know, we still on terms.
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
I just went my way, went your way. So a lot of my music, you know, they weren't willing to work with me on. So Triple M, it took me a year. I had to just go in there by myself. I only got like 2-3 features on it, and it's like 13. You know what I'm saying? 13 letter M. You know what I'm saying? It's 13 songs on there.
So it's deep.
It got a little numerology.
And you wearing it around your neck. They can't help but see that beautiful piece right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a
little song.
Yeah, but Triple M, man, that's I just put a little spin on that, man. That's Money Made Monsters. And it's, you know, 13, 13, 13.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's all it was. It took me about a year to catch back up. Me and my little brother having for real. Shout out to my little brother. We just locked in CEO he recording us. We're going crazy, and we dropped it, and we put a lot of good promo out there. I recently linked up with China Matt.
Yeah.
From New York.
Yep.
He in LA now. Shout out China Matt.
That's dope.
And we got together and we did some vlogging, some podcasting. We came to the South Side and did a backpack giveaway. I'm all about growth and development.
Yes, I love that. You have to give back.
Mm-hmm. And we gave away over 100 book bags to kids.
That is a blessing, bro. That's why God's blessing you.
I hope so, man. Hey, that's all I can do is, you know, just keep trying to do good and hope good come to me.
Because we don't get our blessings from no man. We get our blessings from God. And he sees that. When you are out here blessing others, he's going to bless you abundantly. So keep doing what you're doing, bro, because there's a lot of kids who went back to school who didn't have a backpack because their parents or mom or dad couldn't afford it.
I've been
And it's like, it hurts my heart because those are the kids that go to school, and then the ones that got a little bit of money be, you know, picking at them and this and that and the third. And I'm just like,
yeah, for wrong.
It is so wrong because, like, you know, not everybody comes from that lifestyle where there's money involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love the fact that you're giving back to these kids because you're changing lives out here. You really are changing lives. And again, God's going to bless you abundantly because of that. You're going to always be good. I
hope so, man. All I can do is just, you know, keep moving forward, stay out these folk way and do good.
There you go. Stay out the way. That's what we got to do. Like when you get into this music business, you have to start moving differently.
Yeah. Because
you are now what's called a public figure. So people are going to be watching your every move, and long live, the list goes on. We'll speak most recently, P&B Rock. You know, like he was in LA, and I don't know the full story, but a lot of people are saying that his significant other posted on social media where they were, and that's how people found them. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll use as an example. You do have to be mindful when you're out telling people where you're at, because it's crazy out here. People want what you got, and they're going to pull up on you.
Yeah, they will.
You know, so it's like we got to move strategically and, you know, like Wynn was saying earlier, post it after the fact, 3-4 hours later. You gone. You way down the street now. Go ahead and pull up if you want to. I'm gone.
Nobody don't know I'm here right now.
No, yeah. You know, and honestly, like to keep it all the way G, that's why I used to make flyers in advance with dates and times. I don't do that no more because I don't never want anybody to be like, oh, well, he's going to be over there with Tampa on Tuesday at whatever. You just never know. I don't do that ahead of time no more because I don't never want to put nobody's life in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of people know where I'm located. You get what I'm saying?
So been here before. And I know he got
right.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
Exactly. Right. So I don't do that no more. I even had to switch up how I do stuff because it's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you hip to all that. Oh, yeah. You on game with it. You know, you put a project out, more visuals on the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, right now I got the Destiny visual out. I got the Pac-Man visual out. Man, that go crazy. All them videos go crazy. It's a little ignorance in them, but you know, it's good music.
No, that's all good. Like I like that turn up stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It's like turned up apartments out there with my brother having for real. Man, them some good songs and some lit videos, man. Oh God, tell you, I'm standing in front of the camera. I love the camera.
Like me too. So speaking of which, talk to us about, you said you're vlogging and podcasting. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so I just started really maybe like 6 months ago with that. And I really got it from, like I said, I was dealing with China Mac at the time, and we had some situations going on that allowed me to just start getting in front of the camera and talking. Yeah. And folk were tuning in just off the base that, you know what I'm saying? They rock with China Mac. And so now I talk about current events in the hip-hop industry. I talk about world events.
I love it.
So my recent video was on, like you said, you just said, unfortunately, we got to talk about it, but like, these rappers in LA, man, having a good time. So.
Yeah, like just before that, Sauce Walker was in a situation.
Quando
Rondo. It's like, what is going on?
I'm just thinking, and it's just like from what I'm thinking, man, LA is not that type of scene. The laws are different.
Yeah.
The scenes are different. Everything is mingled. You don't know the hood from, I guess, wherever.
Absolutely. Right. No, you're right. And you have to, if you're not from there, you can't just go out there thinking you can move the same way you did in the city you just came from. Right. You can't do that.
Can't do that at all. I think P&B Rock was at
Roscoe's.
At Roscoe's or Waffle House.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. And then with Quando Rondo, he was right down Hollywood. But there are gangs. It's gangs on every single street down there, really.
Right.
And I hate to, kind of put it like that.
But it's just the facts of life. It is. Yeah. Absolutely. And then if you go out there with the jewelry on, dress nice, fancy car, you become an automatic target. Period. Anywhere you go, but certain areas even more so.
Right.
It's crazy. Like, I love Atlanta. I love you guys, but the first year I moved here, the first year, my car got broken into 3 times.
I knew you were going to say that.
3 times. I said, what? And it's like, it almost makes you feel so violated when you come out the venue and like either your windows busted out or your keyholes busted out and your car's been ransacked. I was like, it really like put something in, but now I learned, okay, there are certain areas I don't go. I stay away from them because that's just what it is. It's going to happen. And you just move with your head on a swivel. Yeah. You got to like really literally have your head on a swivel looking 360 at all times.
God, you got to, and don't just go parking there. Well,
no, that's the other thing too.
When you see them little old dudes with barely got the clothes on, like parking, don't park there, man.
No, the ones that want to wash your windows and stuff for you.
Yeah. Go pay for that parking at that booth.
Nah, facts.
Go pay.
Absolutely, most definitely. What you gonna be doing through the rest of the year?
Through the rest of the year, I'm hoping to try to drop Triple M Part 2 before the year is over. I'm hopefully, I'm gonna keep going. I'm on right now. I'm just doing a lot of promotion for that. So I'm on really like a rollout, a press release.
I love it.
Do more interviews, create more content, and hopefully I'm gonna start, doing collabs with content creators. I'm not really focused on doing a lot of collabs with artists.
Yeah, content creators.
I'm trying to hook
absolutely. Well, let's collab. Let's do something. I've been doing this a long time.
I'll tell you, we here now.
Because, hey, your audience becomes my audience. My audience becomes your audience. Straight like that.
Trade.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. And, it's all about networking and meeting people. Because one thing that I've learned in life is that relationships are going to put you in places that money cannot.
God, every time, because and I'm sure you understand this. There's people out here who got a whole lot of money, but because of their arrogance, I don't want to deal with them. There's some people who will never sit in that seat
just because I don't like their arrogance. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. Keep them over there. Where can people find your podcast at?
Oh, yeah, on YouTube. My YouTube is Wolfpack Blue, and that's for really much everywhere all my music is under. And on my Instagram, make sure y'all tune on my Instagram. Instagram being a little lame to me right now.
It's being a little lame to everybody right now. My engagement is in the toilet right now.
I can't go live.
For real?
Yeah, I'll go post a little live up there. But my Instagram is Monster Blue 74. Monster Blue 74. All of my music and my podcast are under Wolfpack Blue.
You know what someone told me recently? Now that Instagram is owned by Facebook and they got this meta going, it's meta, which I'm still trying to learn about the metaverse. But what Instagram has incorporated is AI, artificial intelligence. They literally are scanning everything, even our DMs. Everything is being scanned. That's why a lot of people are Instagram's being used against them because of the stuff that they're posting and stuff like that. Because I'll give you a quick example. I had somebody post something about money on Instagram, and I said, shoot, let me get $1, right? I said, shoot, let me get $1. Do you know that Instagram gave me a strike for saying the word shoot because they thought I was talking about shoot them? I said, bro, I was trying to say shoot instead of saying the curse word, the alternative. So, but I say that to say this, we have to be mindful of what we post, what we type, and what we say on there, because it can certainly be used against us to the point we may lose our social media, and we work so hard to build it up.
I had my page right now got about 6K. I lost my 10K page.
Man, that's devastating.
Yeah, they deleted it.
That's devastating.
As I was working on this tape, and so I'm just working on it
and rebuilding it up.
So I don't play in them comments.
No.
The comments is where you argue with the folks.
Yes.
Man, them folks, the police, as soon as you say something, they're going to
report it. Boom. And that's exactly what happens. So, yeah, it's like now you just got to kind of stay out the way. You want to be engaging on social media, but you got to be mindful of what we say because it could cost us our social platform.
Man, them folks is going hard. And I feel like sometimes it's biased, especially being a rap artist.
I agree.
Rapping about, and I guess that drill music kind of but in Atlanta we combining it with trap and drill.
Absolutely.
So everything we talking about, we posting, and you know what I'm saying, all the words, all the lyrics, the catchphrases.
Yep.
Man, they using that and they deleting us. And man, y'all folk pay attention, man. Law enforcement, y'all, hey, don't live what you say.
No, absolutely, because they are absolutely using that against them. Like, shout out to Young Thug, man. I love me some Young Thug. Quick backstory. When I first moved to Atlanta, I was hosting at Magic City, and he used to be in there all the time. And I just loved that he was so cool and humble, and he'd come in there and be chilling. But, in one of his songs, he talked about, I ain't never killed nobody, but I had something to do with that body. Like, that's like telling on yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hate to use Thug as an example because I just love Thug, but off top of my head, that's a quick example of what you got to be mindful, because later on, the DA and all that are going to, in the feds, they're going to use that against you.
And I don't think Thug would mind you using him as an example, because Thug is most definitely a loving person.
He is. I'm telling you, when he used to come in Magic City, he would come in there by himself. He wouldn't have no entourage. He wouldn't even have security. He would just be in there eating his food, tipping the girls, just chilling. And I love that. And I respected that so much about him, because he was never on no Hollywood stuff. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So definitely free the guys. Free my bro Lucci, man.
Free everybody.
We miss you. All that, but
miss that music. I miss that Wish Me Well, but
nah, for real.
But real. It's crazy that you bring them up, because I had experience with law enforcement. Also, you know what I'm saying, I had dropped the video in a hood vlog. Yeah. That's very popular, and the sheriff in my county ended up posting my hood vlog to my page.
What?
His page. And
in a positive light?
Nah.
Oh, in a negative.
I was giving some at that time. I had the guys out there.
Yeah, of course.
But at that time, I was reporting on the living conditions.
Yeah.
In my apartment complex, that was terrible, and I was giving children money in that neighborhood, and they painted it like, oh yeah, I'm expanding my territory, and I was giving the kids money to recruit them into criminal organization.
That's crazy. Like, and it's crazy how they take something good. They want you to be. They want you to be doing bad. They want you to be a criminal. That's just the way the system's set up. Straight like that. That's just the way the system is set up, and it sucks. That's the way it is, because you really out here trying to help people and change people's lives. Like, some of these kids might not have money to eat lunch at school or whatever, and you just trying to help them out a little bit, and they want to switch it to something negative.
Man, them folks said I was recruiting them folks to the game. I said, hey, man, these children from my neighborhood got A's and B's.
You rewarding them.
Exactly.
Because with that reward will make them want to continue to do it. Because
nobody get no money for no education.
That's right. Absolutely, man. Well, listen, tell everybody one more time the name of the project and where it's available.
Oh, yeah. Triple M tape. It's available on all platforms, man. We on Apple Music, Spotify. We on YouTube, Amazon Music, whatever you listen to music on. Y'all make sure y'all go stream that Triple M, man. There's a lot of good stuff on there for y'all, man. I know you're going to love it. It's something for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out that Destiny, man. That Destiny, y'all going to love that. Whoa.
One more time, tell them your social media where they can follow you at.
Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at MonsterBlue74. And make sure y'all check out my YouTube, my podcast. I'm talking about a lot of stuff.
I'm going to definitely check it. I love watching other people, creators.
I just be talking.
I can't wait. I'm going to subscribe today. I'm going to check them out.
For sure, man. That Wolfpack Blue, and everything going to pop up from right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm going and how I'm coming. I'm trying to get everywhere.
It's great like that.
Stay on these folks' screen no matter what.
That's what you got to do. Hey, you polluting them.
Yeah, polluting these
I like that. I'm going to use that one. I'm polluting y'all timeline. That is so dope. I've never heard anybody use that analogy, and it's so perfect. I'm using it. I'm stealing that from you. Last but not least, we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast, right?
Industry's Most Wanted.
Hey, bro, tell them what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Oh, man, industry most wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I'm the most flexible. You know what I'm saying? I'm dynamic, man. I'm an adult in any situation, man. Ain't nobody taking me out the game, man. Wolfpack in here. You did. Oh, God.
Great like that, man. Once again, it was such a pleasure to have you here.
God.
Boom. We up out of here, y'all.
Dang. God.